10 o'clock, fiending for the guap.
Hey YouTube, it's your friendly neighborhood natural Lex, or you may know me as Chocolate Lex on YouTube, back with another YouTube video for you guys today. In today's video, I am so excited to be bringing to you guys my first official girl talk. A couple of days ago, I posted a poll on my community tab asking you guys which video would you like to see. 17 of you guys participated in the poll. I tried to include you guys as much as possible, but if y'all aren't responding to my polls and stuff, what I'm supposed to do? But to all of you who participated in the poll, I do appreciate you guys. I think like 58% of the 17 people chose this topic, and as you can see from the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about why I no longer take the pill. Hey, so I'm editing this video right now, and I realized that throughout the entire video, my hair was like sticking out on the side. Please ignore, okay? Please ignore. Also, I have like a bunch of edge control on this side as well. You might see it when I turn my head. Please ignore, okay? I be trying to give y'all realness, black girl realness on this channel, okay? Not always done up, hair not always done. Look, I need a fill in. It is what it is, okay? Just ignore. As y'all can see right now, my hair is still not done. Just ignore, okay? Please. It's gonna get better. Just not in this video. If y'all want more girl talks, let me know. We can talk about boys. We can talk about girls. We can talk about relationships. We can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. I do have some notes here in my phone, so if you see me looking down, that is why. I want to start this video off by talking about my experience with birth control, just so you guys have a little bit of background information about me. I went on the pill at age 17. I was about to go off to college. My mom came to me and said, "I'm sending you to college without a baby, and I expect for you to come back from college without a baby." And I said, okay. I didn't really care. I didn't mind. I was not offended or anything like that. Went to the doctor, got on the pill. This was back in 2012. I graduated from high school in 2012 and went straight to college after. During this time, I am not aware of any other forms of birth control. I know now we have the IUD, we have the Paragard, I think. Which one goes in your arm? Is that Mirena or? Back then, y'all, 2012 was low-key almost 10 years ago. I honestly can't remember, but if the other options would have been presented to me, I probably would have said no. I am not comfortable with something being inside of me, whether that is down there or up here in the arm. A lot of girls, they prefer the other options over the pill because they have a hard time remembering to take the pill. For me, I just did not want anything inserted nowhere. So the pill was, you know, good for me. I was good with the pill. Went to college. While I was in college, I was a student athlete, and I took a full course load pretty much every semester. I was extremely busy, but I somehow did remember to take my pill. Sometimes I would miss one or two here and there, but for the most part, it was very easy for me to remember to take it. Let's talk about the effects that it had on me. For me, I can honestly say that I did not have struggles or issues with weight gain. That is the #1 thing that every single woman says when she goes on some form of birth control, not even just the pill, but a lot of girls, they said they gain weight after taking the pill. Didn't have that problem at all. When I went into college, I was about 125 pounds. After my first year of college, I was 132 pounds. I remained 132 pounds all 4 years of college. And honestly, I do not think that came from the pill. What is that? 125, 132. That's 7 pounds. I personally think that my weight gain, my little 7 pounds, came from me being a student athlete and running track and also lifting weights. As y'all know, weight gain is a thing when you start to lift consistently. And yeah, I think that's where my weight gain came from. I was 132 pounds for the rest of my college years. That was just my number. I never went above, I never dropped below. So yes, I did gain weight while on the pill, but I honestly feel like the weight gain came from me lifting weights and not the pill itself. Of course, the main effect, aside from the weight gain, but the main effect that the pill has on us, I feel like definitely has to do with our periods. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little disclaimer right here. I'm about to discuss periods. If you don't want to hear it, just stop watching the video. Might get a little graphic, but not too much. I'm just letting y'all know. Before I got on the pill, my menstrual cycle, my period, my time of the month, whatever, it lasted a full 7 days. I mean full bleeding for 7 days. My period would start on a Monday. The following Monday, it would still be on. I can't really remember, but I think my cycle started when I was 12. So from age 12 and then up until I started the pill, I had 7-day periods. Hated it so much. Other things that I experienced prior to getting on the pill was bloating, cramping, and acne. I started actually experiencing acne when I was like in the 6th grade. I had acne before all my friends. There was a point in time where I was going to see a dermatologist regularly. I've been on medication for my acne before. I've had all types of prescriptions, all type of creams, soaps, washes, you name it. When I got on the pill, my period was shortened to 4 to 5 days, and they never started on time, like ever. So in a pack of birth control pills, you know, you have all the pills that you're supposed to take, and then at the end of the month you have your sugar pills or your placebo pills or whatever. Those are placeholders. Basically, that's when your cycle is supposed to start. I would take all of my pills, and the day that my cycle was supposed to come on, it would never ever come on. It would always come on a day late. So my hypothesis or whatever was, I think that my body depended on the pill so much to know when it was supposed to come on. It would always come on the day after, and it was so weird. I think that the absence of the pill, by me not taking it, it would be like, oh, we didn't get the pill today, I need to start bleeding because we didn't get the pill. Literally, I was on the pill for close to 10 years. It always came on either 1 or 2 days late. While I was on birth control, I would cramp the day before really badly. Cramp really badly. Nothing would happen. It would always come on the next day. It was so weird. And anytime I would miss like 1 day or 2 days of the pill, I would always start spotting, or my period would just come on. So I could never just miss a couple of days, because then I would be bleeding, and at that point I would kind of just let my body do whatever. Once I stopped bleeding is when I would start the pill again. Also, while I was on the pill, my acne cleared up a lot. I mean a lot. And even now I can say that my skin is better than it was like when I was in high school and middle school. Right now, the things that I struggle with are more so like texture and hyperpigmentation. But as far as breakouts, my breakouts are minimal. I don't really know if I just grew up off the acne or if the pill had a part in that, but while I was on the pill, it did like lessen my acne and I had less breakouts. We're gonna get a little bit graphic here. So my menses, which is basically like my blood, it was super dark. You know, normally while you're on your cycle, the blood is like super red, super bright. But for me, it didn't matter if it was the first day or the last day. It was just always like a super dark, like kind of red brown. The one thing that was kind of a little concerning was my platelet count. A couple of years ago, I think it was like 2019, I went in and got a physical, and when you get grown, you go in for a physical, they're going to want to do lab work, okay? I did not know that this was a thing until I got older. Yes, they want to draw blood. So my doctor, she just took some routine lab work, just doing her job, and my platelet counts were high. Now, the rest of my blood work was normal, but it was just the platelet count. I looked it up. I don't even want to say what Google told me, but just know that it can be very serious. So it was like hella high, like thousands over what the normal range should be. So my doctor, she told me to come back in like 6 weeks to get it done again. I came back and it was still high. She did not think that it was like a cause for concern simply because all my other blood work was normal. It was just my platelets that were high. I kind of think that it was because of the pill. Now, if y'all know, taking the pill, one of the side effects can be blood clots. High platelets can definitely have an effect on your blood clotting. So when I looked that up, I was like, I went and spoke with my gynecologist, and she was like, no, birth control doesn't do that. And so I was like, okay, I left it alone. Honestly, I just was like, I hope there's nothing seriously wrong with me, but I'm just gonna go off what my doctor said. I didn't feel any different. They were like, okay, so I was like, okay. That should have been like cause enough for me to stop taking the pill, but I was just like, whatever, I feel fine, I'm just gonna continue to take it. Now that I have finally stopped taking the pill, my cycle now lasts only, I say, about 5 days or so. It's normally heavy to moderate on like days 1 and 2, but after day 2 my flow slows down a lot, and I'm glad because my body is doing this on its own. Now, when I first stopped taking the pill, like probably my first period right after, it was terrible. When I tell you, it was so heavy. Like, I was having to change constantly, like every 2 hours, because the flow was flowing. You hear me? It was flowing. I think now my body has kind of started to regulate itself a little bit more. But when I first had stopped taking the pill, it was terrible. It was so terrible to the point where I was like, maybe I need to start back taking it, because Another change that I noticed about my cycle now that I have stopped taking the pill is that I will cramp and start my cycle on the same day now. Like, literally, I'm on right now. Yesterday was day 1 of my cycle. I was cramping. 30 minutes later, cycle is on. Prior to this, when I was actually on the pill, I would cramp the day before and then it would start. So I don't know why that's a thing, but that's definitely one thing that I noticed. The next thing, now that I am no longer on the pill, my menses super bright in color. It is bright red. Sorry, that might be a little bit graphic, but I told y'all when I was on the pill, it was like hella dark, like brown red. Now it is really bright. It will start to darken as my cycle goes on, so probably like around day 4, day 5. And I don't really know like why that's a thing, but it is. And PMS, OMG, I PMS so bad now. Like, it was not like this, I swear, or at least I don't recall it being like this when I was on the pill and even before. The one thing that I've noticed, my boobs tend to hurt. They are so sore when my cycle is about to come on. Like, my whole boob and nipple included, like everything is just sore, especially on the sides. They hurt. I feel like my boobs, they get super bigger during my cycle for some reason, and then that causes my back to hurt. I'm also really tired when my cycle comes on. I don't want to do anything but sleep. The last thing that I can say is that I did gain weight. I don't want to blame this on stopping the pill, because I actually got super lazy within the last 2 years. Haven't really been consistent in the gym, and so since college I've gained about 20 pounds. I think once I stopped running, my body had to adjust to just being a regular person now, and my metabolism slowed down. That's what I think happened. So yeah, for me, my weight came after I stopped taking the pill. Well, kind of happened while I was still on it too, but also kind of after. Aside from my cycle and my platelet count, I don't really think that I experienced anything else as a result of taking the pill. Now, let's talk about why I stopped taking it. I stopped taking the pill for a reason that's not even that juicy. I wish it was more juicy for you guys, but I'm gonna tell you why. So I stopped taking the pill because my hair was shedding a lot. Now listen, I just need for y'all to hear me out. I thought that it was the pill that was causing my hair to shed. I cannot confirm or deny, but what I will say is this: I stopped taking the pill last December, so it's almost been a year that I have not taken the pill. I was just like, I just want to see, because my hair was shedding so much, and I was like, where's all the shedding coming from? Like, am I doing something wrong? I was looking up some stuff, doing a little bit of research. I did find a couple of articles where they said that hair loss can be a side effect from the birth control. I was like, let me stop, let me see if I notice a change. I can say that I have noticed a change within the amount of hair that I lose every time I wash my hair. Now, I would like to think that I do not manipulate my hair as often as other women do. Like, once I do my hair for the week, I'ma leave it like that until I wash my hair again. So at first I was like, maybe I'm just experiencing a lot of shedding because I don't, you know, physically see my hair coming out, because my hands aren't always in my hair during the week. I mostly manipulate my hair on wash days. So of course, doing all that detangling and, you know, having your hands in your hair using tools and stuff, your hair is going to come out and you're going to notice it because you're actually looking at it and you're doing it. So I thought that maybe that was the reason why. But even now, I've noticed less hair that I'm losing on my wash days, and I'm wondering if it really was the birth control. Like, I meant to tell you guys which one that I was on. I was put on low estrogen, FE, I think that's what it's called. They switched over to like a more generic brand, and so the name changed a couple of times, but before I was on the low estrogen. And aside from the things that I mentioned in this video, I really didn't have any major problems from it. Unfortunately and fortunately, I cannot give you guys any type of perspective or commentary on pregnancy after the pill or while on it. I have never been with child, so I cannot tell you guys what it's like to experience that. Do I plan on getting back on it? I don't know. I do not shame anyone for deciding to take it or not to take it. I can't tell y'all how many times I've gotten looks and like, you're still taking that? Like, why are you doing that to your body? All the posts like, y'all need to get off of that, and if you're a black woman you shouldn't be taking this, and all the posts, all that. I can't tell you how many times that I've seen it. It was to the point where like while I was taking it, I kind of started to feel bad because I was like, are people judging me for what I'm choosing to do to my body? Like, is that's what we on? Like, if you are still on it, more power to you. I'm not judging. I won't shame you. You gotta do what you gotta do. And if you're not taking it, if you decided that you didn't like it, then good for you. More power to you. Do what you do. I don't really care. Whatever y'all do, they ain't got nothing to do with me. So for now, I don't really have a plan to get back on it, but if I do choose to, that's my business. So I feel like before I sign this video off, the responsible thing to say would be to definitely speak with your doctor if you are experiencing problems, issues, side effects. If you express your concerns to your doctor and they don't pay any attention to you, fire them as your doctor and just advocate for yourself. Like, you know, don't nobody got you except for you and God. And make sure we are going in for our yearly appointments with our gynecologist. And that is actually a tip for me because I have not been. I was going every single year, like while I was on the pill. That was one thing that I forgot to mention. While I did take the pill, every single year I was going to see my gynecologist. She would always, you know, ask me, is everything okay? Are we still liking this? Do you want to try something else? Is this going good for you? And of course I was going for my pap smears. So yeah, I kind of started slacking off, and especially because I stopped taking it, it's like, hey, I ain't got no reason to go. I don't need no prescription, but I do need to go. So yeah, just wanted to mention that to you guys. This is your sign. If you know you ain't been to see sis in a minute, please go and see her. Let me know if you guys have any other girl talk ideas, topics. Leave them down below. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. If you don't want to leave them down below, you can send me a DM on Instagram. Y'all know my IG handle is @ByMeAlexis. And yeah, I think that's it. If you guys have any questions, I already said that. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I'm excited to bring some more girl talks to the channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.
They just won't get closer to me, getting colder to me. You ain't no one to me. They won't fuck me over, my team way too cautious, we too sober to leave at 10 o'clock, feeling for the